Okay, guys. Sorry, I keep messing up with this recording. But I just want to let everyone know that I've had a lot to think about this last week. I had a lot of time on my hands, so to speak. So and I thought about like all the. I mean, trust me, worst thing for me is like I just like really have to feel like I'm free. I don't feel like I hate just the idea of somebody like telling me what to do and not where to go and how to go and not what to see and where to be and what time to eat. Um, that's just like, man. I mean, it's just like worse than, well, it's micromanagement. It's probably my worst thing that I could think of is being micromanaged. Like, where are you at? What are you doing? You're not on your desk. You're not at your desk. Where have you been? Break time's over, Ted. Uh, so, anyway, so what I'm trying to get at here is this. I thought, well, if everything is just the way it seems to be, which this is the only reality I know is what I'm living right now in a minute to minute, day by day basis where time is real. Hours go by 60 minutes at a time, and emotions are real. Pain is real. This is the only reality I know is right here, right now, on this earth plane. Now, is there a higher perspective? Is this, as far as you could talk into like simulation, matrix, and what does that mean? And are there control groups? And I don't know that. I don't know if that exists or not. So I'm just going to go with what I know to be true, which is that I woke up to a world I didn't understand, that all the indications and all the breadcrumbs and everything that's been laid out for us all to see, and all you have to do is research it. I mean, it's not really that hard to figure out if you care to know the truth. But there's so many people that I think are in the know that I don't know how it all takes place, but there are in the know, and there are willing or unwilling participants in that. I just wanted to figure out like, well, how does this all happen like this? I mean, like, here's what I believe. I believe I woke up, realized that the world is way different than what I thought it was. Noticed it first, I'd have to say, with the virus. I mean, the numbers just don't add up. There's not enough people. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, even with the inflated numbers that I'm sure that are inflated, even after the hospitals, as I've already posted before, get paid more money to report deaths as COVID than anything else, and they don't even have to, not required to even test them when somebody dies at the hospital to verify if that was COVID related, only if they had the symptoms. And that's just one aspect. I mean, you could go on forever about that. But the end game, as they've almost like basically told you anyways, is once you have that vaccine, which does have monitoring and surveillance technology in it. In fact, that was one of the criteria that had to be met for them to have the for any company to be able to distribute and have the vaccine. Now, what do we know about the vaccine? Well, coming to find out that it doesn't even really guarantee protection against COVID-19. Still need to wear a mask. You got to get two of them, and then starting to realize that maybe even down the road you might have to get another one, and then maybe even another one. For what? A virus that doesn't really, when you look at the numbers, even though yes, it's a real virus. By the way, I do know it's a real virus. I do know that people die from it. I understand that. I'm not trying to play this like it's not a real thing. But the fact is that there's such a minute demographic of people that are actually affected by this in a real way that is cause for concern to get a vaccine that is more cause for concern, only to find out, let's just say hypothetically, let's just say that the vaccine is exactly what it is, which is it's going to have all your data in there. It's going to eventually be able to have your social security information, your ID, your bank statement. Everything's going to be tied to this. And so, where's your freedom of speech after that? I mean, and keep in mind, I'm saying this knowing my situation right now, where I might as well have that, as in maybe I do as of now. I don't even know, but it's not like I'm not on Front Street, and therefore I might as well have that technology, even if I don't, only because it seems like I have the same, everything that I are trying to warn people about the vaccine as far as the information is concerned, and the data technology is already happening to me regardless of whether I have the chip in me or not. So then I thought, well, if you go to like what is the World Emporium? I've always Forum, World Bank Forum. I don't know. It's on one of my posts, but anyway, if you just Google the Great Reset, which is basically, they're even basically telling you that a crisis was needed, and what a perfect crisis for the actual virus to have caused to create change, because people don't change without a crisis usually. Something definitely normally needs to happen that would disrupt the economy, make the world in such a way that it has to progress into a certain way that they want you to go. Um, and so here's what I'm getting at. So and keep in mind this, and I just posted this earlier. I just hate being boxed into like a category. Like one post I said something about like the vaccine. No one needs to be back. Oh well, he's just a Trump supporter or something. No, who said that? I can be against the vaccine and anti-mask and don't like Trump or Biden. Basically, I already, it's not like either one of them are my favorite people. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what people. Well, I know there's a lot of plans in these rooms. That when I say plans, orchestrated plans to disrupt and move the flow of the narrative of any topic on most of the groups toward wherever they want you to steer the crowd, which is pretty easy to do, by the way. It's insanely easy. If you had like 2-3 people in any Reddit group, if I just like started a ridiculous topic, like one of the topics I saw was about the Patriots. What does a Patriot mean to you? And somebody said New England Patriots, and somebody said something like totally ridiculous that had nothing to do with that. And then people actually started, siding with one way or the other. I was like, man, this is a great lesson in how to steer a crowd, bringing the two answers, only two answers possible, because keep in mind the America and the world needs two possible. They have to have two choices, not three. Three confuses them. Two is perfect because you feel like look at me, I get to decide something because I'm given two choices to a problem I didn't even know I had before they presented it to me with the two choices I had to decide from. And once you decide one way or the other, you're part of you bought into the whole thing. Okay, well, I guess they're right. I got to choose one of these two things, so therefore let's just choose that one. Oh, okay, well you're a Republican now. No, I just chose. I don't even know what I'm choosing. I'm just told I had to choose something, so I was given two options, and thank you. I'd like to express my freedom and choose one. Oh, man. Like government is like mind control. That's the name of the word. That's what the word means. Government, mind control. It's not like they really even like hide this now. When you see things, you realize that they're pretty much open about exactly what they're doing. I believe your vote for voting for anybody is just basically giving up your rights anyway, as like, well, I'm going to have that person make decisions for me. I think they do that because of the karma balance. I don't know exactly how advanced they are, but I know that they've been having this all in the works for generations. This is something that's been thought out and orchestrated in a precise manner, which is, kind of like, it's pretty impressive if you see it as a whole, not, as far as like, how many years has this been in the making? Yeah. Well, anyway, so what I'm getting at is this. News break. Um, what am I? I don't even know what's real anymore in the news. I've questioned everything these days. What I do know is that my reality down here on Earth, 3D realm, time does really exist down here. I don't know how it exists up there in the upper realms. I don't know exactly if there's a broader story, bigger story behind this story. I don't know exactly what the simulation is a collective conscience that I believe just creates our reality based on on our beliefs. So I mean, knowing that, I don't know what's real after this, what's real other than this. I just know what you know, I've came here to try to, I guess, to help America wake up, but I don't know if anyone really wants to wake up, or if they're woke, then they just kind of like just ride this thing to the end. I don't know. I don't know. Or if they already chose, can they unchoose? Can you be unchosen? Can you choose one way and then just say, yeah, no, never mind, change my mind. I'm gonna do something different today. I don't know if that's possible. I don't think that's possible. I think that once you choose that side, you're like in it for good, win it to win it. But so I said, what if everything just points to exactly what it seems, and that let's just say that you chose to be on that team being the big government, big brother, vaccine, anti-mask, or no, pro-mask. Do you think that at the end of the day that you're just going to be protected and your rights won't be taken away at some point? Or is just everyone that's on that team just going to be able to live their life however they want? I don't know. These are a lot of things that I think about. But, at the end of the day, I just got to, try to have fun. Try to have fun. Even though I make, kind of light of this, it's just, trust me, it's not easy to do sometimes. I do have blow ups every once in a while. Um, Trying to get better at that. But I don't know. What if? What if everything is just the way it seems to be? Which all the arrows point straight to the top, and everything is just laid out exactly what they state they're doing on their own websites. Well, then what does that mean? Do we have a decision? Is there still like, I believe we're ascending. I don't know exactly what that means. Unconditional love, by the way, in this new age world doesn't necessarily mean there won't be, killings and murders and stuff like that. It just means that we won't judge it. That's basically what unconditional love is. No matter what, we're just gonna be, you know, it's gonna be more accepted because it's gonna be, you know, we're not gonna feel bad about it now. Unconditional love for everything good and bad, whatever that is. So it not necessarily means that I don't think it means that all those lower frequency, denser emotions aren't going to exist. It's just that they're going to be accepted. If you really think about unconditional love, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just means that we're accepting it as and loving the fact that it's there. I think that's something that not many people think about, or maybe they do. But anyway, I'm going to see my mom today. It's so well overdue. And I hope everyone has a great day. And until next time.